Okay, welcome to the Crow Show. I've got some more objects to show you the night of that was filmed the night of the eclipse, and also to show you what we're kind of up against. I have 139 clips. I've been through about half of them, but just the sheer number of satellites and birds that were present on this night is kind of mind-boggling. On an average night of filming, we'll see a couple birds. On a really busy night, we might see 3 or 4, maybe even 5. Seeing a satellite, we don't see too many satellites transiting the moon. On this night it was different, and so going through this volume of clips and trying to get down to the stuff that's worth showing is one heck of a job, which brings me to comments. If I don't get to every comment, I apologize. It's just so time consuming to do all this. Anyhow, here we go. I'm going to give you a view of what the satellite situation was. Okay, so I just wanted to start this clip out to show just what we're up against. You know, I'm halfway through 139 clips checking them, but on this night there were so many satellites in the vicinity of the moon, and there's always satellites around, but I've never seen anything like this. So here's the moon right here with the little red X around it so I can hold it centered. I'll zoom in a little bit. And you can see I have my time set for the night of the eclipse, the 14th, 2000 hours or 8 o'clock. Now I'm just going to do a minute. I'm going to run this by minutes. Now watch this. Here's a line of satellites. They're all over you. Just watch what's going on here. This is minute by minute. So now we're coming up to 9 o'clock. Let me center the moon out. So I've centered the moon so the rotation of the sky won't be right. But anyhow, here comes 9:30. Here comes 10. Coming up on 10:30. Coming up on 11. 11:30. And just look at this stream. This stream was non-stop satellites just right above the moon. Or coming down the left side from, well, you can see by the eclipse terminator. You know, you saw how it looked in your sky, so you can tell where they are because the moon's oriented correctly. Anyhow, here's at 11:30. I'll just roll it a bit more. Just look at them all. Now I'll just go, I'll go by hours. That doesn't show you much. But anyhow, just thought I'd show you that. Okay, so coming up to the first object, it's going to come in at the upper right here, and I've circled it so those of you on handheld devices won't have such a tough time. I had a few comments saying that it's difficult to see on iPads and other things. There's 2 objects here. The next one's going to come in at the lower right limb of the moon, but I cut the clip in the middle and then pick it back up on the next clip. There it is, and then it goes out the upper left side. I included this object just to show you. That's a bird, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a bird, but I included it just to show, you know, there's just so many things. All right, I've included the grid coordinate so people on small devices will know where to look. Coming in the upper right here. And I have tracked this down to the center a little bit so that on the smaller screens people will be able to see this better. This is real speed, 400% zoom. I have manipulated brightness and contrast, and I will manipulate that again at the end here so you can see the object better. We're going to come in on the second object here. It'll be at grid coordinate M7. It's going to come in at the lower right. And again, I stopped the camera halfway through and then picked up again, so it's going to, what I've done is I've lined it up. So that's what that jump is I lined up the first half of the run that I have in the last half. Okay, here's another view of the first object, but only at 200% zoom, upper right. Guess I should have moved that little thing there, but anyhow, it's still a pretty good view. This is in real time, and you get the sense that it's rotating, as many of these small black kind of round objects do. And here comes second object, lower right. And again, I've stitched it together so that they kind of join together where I cut the camera off. I didn't see that coming into frame. And then here's the last view. This is in real time, and this is the first object. And again, these are not identifiable as satellites, and as I've mentioned before, they're much slower than satellites. I've never seen a satellite travel this slow. Satellites usually cross the half a degree of moon in just a second or less. Anyhow, there it is, two more interesting objects from the night of the black and white lunar eclipse.